Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Allie G Show for another special track. 24 days until the TCS New York City Marathon, and I am getting super excited for everyone who's running. But this is not just track 35, it's also the second release of my mini-series, The Road to the Five Boroughs. I am super excited for this one because today I have my dear friend, my sister girl, Brad Enos. Brad is gearing up to run the New York City Marathon again this year, and he gave us the inside scoop on the course, how he plans to fuel, and so much more, and I truly cannot wait for you all to hear it. I am super excited for this track of the Allie G Show. I am sitting here with my sister girl, Brad Enos. Brad, what's up? Thanks for coming on the pod.
Thanks, Allie.
Like I just explained to you in our little pre-show, I am doing this as part of the Road to the Five Boroughs series leading up to the New York City Marathon. So I wanted you on the pod because you've run it a bunch of times. And if you didn't run the marathon, you ran all around the city. So anything you can share about your expertise today. But before we jump into that, I would love for you to tell the listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do and where you're from and all the good stuff.
Amazing. Yeah, my name is Brad. I am living in New York. I've been here for like 4 years. I work in fitness, so I am the studio director at Orange Theory on the Upper East Side. I love the Orange Theory community. It kind of helps got me into the running world. I live in Hell's Kitchen with my husband and our dog, Penny.
Penny.
My husband's a runner. Penny, unfortunately, really can't run more than a block. We're working on it.
She's cute though, so that counts.
She's cute. We keep her
It's
around.
fine. Yeah.
So yeah.
And what is something people might not know about you or they might be surprised to learn about you?
I used to run track in high school. I was a sprinter, and we would on the occasional distance run we would do. I was known for stopping to get pizza.
I love that.
Yeah. So I think most of my high school track team would be shocked to know that I'm now running marathons.
I mean, and you're doing it really well. So
We try.
It paid off. It paid off. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I love it. And before we jump into everything New York City Marathon and Orange Theory too, I sprinkled a little bit of that in there. For those that have never run the New York City Marathon, how would you describe it in one word or sentence?
It's the best day. It is New York on literally the best day of the year, I think. I watched it 4 years ago and was like, I need to run it next year, and I haven't stopped running it, and I don't really want to. So
I love that. And you won't. You're going to keep running it every year. I love that.
That's the plan.
We're manifesting.
Yes.
No, I love it. So how did your running journey get started? Like after track, how did it evolve into this marathon training?
Yeah. So I had a love-hate relationship with it. I didn't run in college. And then post-college, I would occasionally pick up a half marathon here and there and be real stupid about it and not train. And it was awful. It hurt. And so I had a weird relationship with running. Once I moved to New York, I started working at Orange Theory, and it really got me back into running. At Orange Theory, there are benchmarks every month, so different distance things we do on the treadmill just to kind of check in where we're at. And it got me back in the competitive mindset. And I also worked with some super inspiring coaches who kind of made me think oh, maybe I could think about getting back to this.
Is there a specific moment or race that kind of made you keep going or fall or not have that love-hate relationship with it anymore?
Yeah. So a big group of us from the Upper East Side, from my studio, my first year working there, all decided to get together and run the Brooklyn Experience half marathon, specifying
important clarification there.
And so a big crew of us did that, and it was 5 or 6 of us ran together for 8 miles of it. And it was just a really, really cool experience. I went on to run a few more races with some of that crew, And then someone was like, "Have you heard of 9+1? Like, you've already done 3 Roadrunners races. You should just do 6 more." And I was like,
Sounds good.
and here we are.
I love that. I
Yeah.
think honestly, I've talked to so many people that had no idea what the 9+1 was. And I had a similar like scenario as you. I think I signed up. I think it was the Now Brooklyn Experience half. It was the NYC Runs one, and I
Yeah.
did it. It was my first half ever. And then I was like, wait, but if I do 9 of the like New York Roadrunners races, I can do the marathon. And then that was my first time doing the marathon. So it's really
That's
funny how like a lot of people don't
identical.
know. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't know. I didn't know about it until somebody said it to me. And yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So outside of like being a coach at Orange Theory, do you have a coach or are you training like with a club of your own?
Yeah. So one of my coworkers at Orange Theory also has his own run coach company completely outside of Orange Theory.
Hmm.
So he coached me through my first 4 marathons.
Oh.
I now actually work with them as well. So it's called Keep the Pace. It's a run coach business. So this is my first time that I'm coaching myself. I'm kind of in a rebuilding phase for this marathon. Um, not necessarily going to be my A race, but
Hmm.
I'm getting back at it.
Love it. I love to hear it.
Yeah,
I think we all have those moments as I have a marathon coming up in like 4 days and I'm like, well, we'll see. I know I can do the distance, but I don't really know what pace I'm going to be able to hold. So I'm kind of in that rebuild phase. So I feel you on that.
yeah.
Um, but shifting gears a little bit, and again, I promise we will get into the New York City Marathon specifically. But do you feel like Orange Theory has shaped like your perspective on training for these endurance events, and like how so?
Yeah, it's been huge.
Hmm.
I coming from a sprint mindset, it's like a whole different mental shift. Learning how to run endurance, and there's only so much endurance you can do in a half-hour stint on the treadmill. But
Yeah.
even so, it's a really different from running 100 meters.
Hmm.
Um, so
Totally.
it was just like getting in the mindset of learning like it's okay to run slowly and just to keep going.
Hmm.
And I think that's
Hmm.
a big breakthrough that a lot of people have at Orange Theory, like learning just to scale back. And the goal isn't to go fast and burn out; it's just to go and go.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
100%. And the cross training aspect of it too, I'm sure, right? Like it's something I never, as a marathon runner, like I used to just like not do anything but run, which sounds insane given how where I am at now, but like it's so important. So do you find that like a lot of people recognize that too?
yes, and we sometimes don't recognize it, myself
Hmm.
included. So even though I am a strength and run coach,
Hmm.
um, I was supposed to run the London Marathon earlier this year. I kind of let myself get wrapped up in just the mileage, and I slacked on the strength training and ended up with an overuse injury. I was a little weak in my quads, and it led to IT band issues, which led to knee issues. So it's a chain reaction, all which I
Hmm.
really think stemmed from not doing enough strength training. So it's huge. Whenever
Yeah.
someone comes to me at Orange Theory and says they're thinking about backing off their membership to do more running, I'm like, okay, but like you have to keep doing some strength training because if you're only putting the miles on, your legs end up out of whack.
Yeah. No, 100%. And like, do you find that it's hard to balance the mileage like with what you do for marathon training and like how you have to coach other people? Like, is it tough for you to find that balance for a yourself, but also others, or you find that like it's easier to coach others and then yourself it's a little harder?
I mean, I need to like take my own advice.
Me
Um,
too.
like
It's so true.
I'm my worst athlete, like I'm my worst coach.
Hmm.
So, I can coach people through it. It's been a really good and valuable tool to like talk about my own experience and say like learn from me. Like I
Hmm.
made the mistake. I had to drop out of a major marathon. Thankfully, I was able to defer it to next year, so I'm going to be able to do it this coming April.
Hmm.
Um, but it led to where are we? It's now October, like 8 months of rebuilding. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that
Yeah.
on anyone. Injuries are a bummer. So
I know. I know. Such a bummer. But
yeah,
I feel like you inspire me so much And like, I know you think you're not taking your own advice, but you inspire me in that way. Cause like I've watched you, have to defer London and then, going through that, like the ups and downs of that. And it's not easy. I almost had to defer this one because of an ankle sprain, but when you actually give yourself the rest and the recovery, or you actually like do the things that you're supposed to do and not
Hmm.
listen, like we do sometimes, not listen, um, you end up in a better spot. But do you have any memorable like stories from members at Orange Theory of them like running their first marathon that you've helped guide them?
Yeah, like so many. I talk a lot about in class, like, I ask people to get uncomfortable, like,
Mhm.
regularly in a normal class basis. And I try to talk about setting big goals. For me, working out feels pointless, purposeless if I'm not working
Mhm.
towards a goal. And so I try to inspire people to like find something to work towards. And for me, the most obvious thing is finding a race to train for, because then it makes every class you show up for like working towards something.
Yeah.
And I think that resonates with a lot of people. And I have seen so many people kind of follow similar trajectories to you and I, what we talked about. They're like people who never dreamed they would run a half marathon,
Hmm.
and then they end up doing 9+1, and then they're like on this road and
Yeah.
it's coming. So
Yeah.
this season, I'm training someone who's running his first New York. He's an Orange Theory athlete. um, got through 9+1, similar path.
It's
um,
awesome.
One of my members is, she's doing two high rocks in back-to-back weekends. She did
Okay,
Boston, she's doing
Queen.
Toronto, and she's doing the New
Wow.
York City Marathon.
Wow.
She's someone who, like, a little while back was like, listen, I don't think I can run a long race. What else can I do? I was like, how about high rocks? And she's completely in love with it. So um,
Oh my God.
it's
It's
just
awesome.
it's so cool to see people, like, it makes me super emotional to see people
Mhm.
who, like, seeing their whole progression from running a mile for the first time on the treadmill to like
Mhm.
doing 26.2.
Wow, that's amazing. And I mean, I can't even imagine what it feels like to help somebody like actually train through that. And that's super
Yeah.
cool. Did that like inspire you to like start that coaching business and kind of join that side of it?
Yeah. My background in college, my degree was in secondary ed.
Hmm.
So I think I always have a little bit of that in the back of my mind of loving to help people get to their potential. That was high school history. That wasn't it for me.
Yeah.
But, I've landed in fitness, and I do still think I'm able to kind of tie that into my daily life, just helping educate and entertain and lead.
Hmm. For sure. I mean, from what I know about you, and I feel like I know you pretty well, you're a
Yeah.
great teacher. You're a great teacher. um, and I think that's super cool. And it kind of comes full circle when little aspects of like your past jobs or anything past like college degrees come into play. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Highly anticipated New York City Marathon chat.
Yes.
You have run New York City before. How many times have you done it now?
Twice.
Okay.
This
And
this
what
will be
keeps
my
bringing you
third
back?
year coming up.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Um,
Why are you back? Tell us everything.
because of the feeling of coming off of the Queensboro Bridge onto First
Hmm.
Ave,
Hmm.
because of the feeling of entering Central Park, which is like home turf. I do so many training runs in the park. When you turn in, it's like, I'm almost there. I can do
Hmm.
this.
Hmm.
The feeling of coming through Columbus Circle, which is literally my neighborhood, and then just to the finish. Like, there's nothing like, I've run two marathons outside of New York City, also
Hmm.
incredible, but there's nothing like ours.
Yeah. No, there's nothing like it. And one of those being Chicago, right?
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
I ran the Tokyo Marathon as well.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tokyo was a big PR, if I'm not
It
mistaken,
was.
right? That was
I I
I
was
remember watching you on the tracker. I couldn't remember it
I
was
was on a
Tokyo, but I remember
crazy
watching it.
streak. I just was
Hmm.
like cutting it down, cutting it down, cutting it down until I broke myself for a minute. So
Yeah, I feel that. It
yeah.
happens to all of us. Um, no, with that being said, like, do you feel like each marathon you've done like teaches you something new? Especially like for leading up to New York. I feel like I learned so much about New York Marathon itself, but I also learn about like what not to do in the other ones. And then I'm like, oh, wait, this could work in New York specifically. And vice versa. So do you feel that way
Little,
too?
yeah, little pieces I have like taken
Hmm.
away from each one. Like I would say my first training cycle, I did too many of my long runs on the West Side Highway, which I'm very close to. It's
Hmm.
amazing. It's
Hmm.
flat.
Too flat.
And so that was the hills like really took me out in my first New York. People I think who aren't from New York City maybe don't conceptualize it being a hilly place. It
Hmm.
is.
Yeah.
Um, so
Everyone thinks that.
that was a piece from that one. My next training cycle, I would train through winter, which it turns out I actually far prefer.
Hmm.
I do a lot better pushing through the cold than 90 degrees and humidity.
Me too.
So just taking little bits and pieces out of each one. Eventually, I'll maybe have my shit together, but
I mean, do we ever? I feel like
no.
I try so hard and I never have my shit together.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. Side note, I was running at my parents. They live in North Carolina now. So like I was in the process of like bringing running stuff and I'm like, oh, I'll just leave this here, like whatever. And I didn't realize that the stuff that has been sitting in my drawers at home was sitting there for a reason because I brought it all to North Carolina so I could run there and I would like put it on and I'm like, oh God, I used to run in this. Like, what was wrong with me? You know what I mean? Like, you just
Uh-huh.
never think about the little things you learn as simple as clothing.
Yep. Oh, I
But yeah,
mean, that's huge. Clothing is huge.
yeah. I mean, you have to be comfortable. Yeah. So what is it other than like living in New York and running around New York and having that connection about like living in New York, what makes the New York City Marathon so special to you?
Um,
Even after running it like multiple times, you know what I mean? Because things can get stale, but I feel like New York is one of those things that doesn't.
I don't anticipate that happening for me.
Yeah.
It's just like the energy of the day, and the
Hmm.
whole process. Like getting to the starting line is insane, and like
It's like a marathon. It's
it's
a marathon.
insane. Yet it's still I still love the whole process, and then like the energy of the morning, the energy of the
Hmm.
start village, the energy of going over the Verrazano. Like I could literally just say every section, like coming into
Hmm.
Brooklyn, going through Williamsburg.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
all
like
fun.
it's the city on another level, and I just love how everyone comes out for it. Everyone's so excited about it.
Hmm. Hmm. Even though they're
And
not
seeing
everybody running
Yeah,
or
and seeing
not.
people from everywhere, like internationally coming in, seeing people of
Hmm.
like such a wide age range, like it's the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. I would agree with that entirely. I think my favorite thing about the Start Village is that you can literally look to your left and right and you'll probably know somebody running. Like
um,
I can't even tell you how many times I'm like you just walking to the not even the corral, but like your starting area before the corral.
yeah.
But a lot of steps to get there. Um,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
and you
I
and I are
see
both
everyone.
so connected in the like fitness and running community that yes, you're like constantly bumping into
Yeah,
people. It's like a reunion.
I know. It's like when Rich jokes about walking with you through Central Park, and
Oh,
everybody notices you.
uh-huh.
That's how I feel in the Start Village.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, how has your training cycle evolved, like with this one specifically, slash, like over time at any point?
Yeah. I have been way more dedicated to strength training this
Hmm.
cycle. And it may be at the cost of some miles. My volume is a little bit lower this cycle, um, at trying to prioritize the strength aspect of it.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that's just lessons learned from last cycle, not doing anywhere near enough, trying to do too much volume.
Hmm.
Um, I have tried to dial in nutrition aspects with very success. I have during the Tokyo cycle for a lot of it, I stopped drinking,
Hmm.
which was great.
Yeah.
Um, it's winters, so I was in hibernation mode anyway.
Yeah.
But like, it's amazing how much it helps things when like you haven't had a drink in 2 weeks for your long run and like you feel amazing.
Hmm.
It does make a
It's
difference.
so true. It's so true. No judgment if like you drink before your long run because I've sort of gotten on board with like the glass of red wine if I'm my muscles are not feeling very loose. But
Same with me.
I'm so with you. I like stop, and ever since I started running, I just stopped drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but no, I feel like that's a good little tidbit. What else?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. The equipment, like your
Hmm.
shoes, are important. Get new shoes more frequently than you think you have to. Our shoes die, and you don't realize they're dying until you put a new shoe on, and then suddenly you're like, "Oh, I had no
Hmm.
padding left in that shoe."
Yeah, or until you're like injured and you're like, oh, I wonder why my ankle is twisted or like this is happening, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I
Yeah,
needed new shoes. Use
I've
the
been big
tracker.
into.
Do you use that like on your watch?
I don't.
No,
I'm like,
I just started, so I can't say like I'm great at it.
I would love to keep up with it. I don't
Hmm.
know that I have the attention span to be entering more data.
I know. I know. It's only because it's as simple as like scrolling and clicking on mine.
Okay,
It
maybe I
like
will.
prompts me, so
Hey,
it kind of holds my hand. Other
you're
than that,
Koros. I wonder if Garmin has the
yeah,
same.
I bet they do. I don't
Yeah.
know though. I could be wrong.
That was another big thing for me was switching from an Apple Watch to a Garmin. Um,
Hmm.
there's so much more tracking possible, not to mention just a battery that doesn't die.
Yeah. And do you actually like, I mean, this might sound like a silly question because I feel like I know the answer, but do you actually look at the data, right? Like when I first started doing all this, I had no idea what any of it meant. And then my coaches were like, you should get the upgraded version of Trading Peaks and whatever, and actually look at the watch data. And when I started looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay.
There's so much when you dig into it. Like
Hmm.
I will sit on the floor in my living room and stretch for like an hour after a
Hmm.
long run when I get home, just like scrolling through it, like on both Garmin and then on Strava. Um, there's so much you can dig into. And then
Hmm.
for comparison's sake too, like just comparing what my 20-mile run looked like this cycle versus 2 years ago where I was at then, like I yeah, I love the numbers.
100%. Was there anything else like you changed in terms of like gear? Did you change your race shoes? Anything like that? Like, do you have a specific pair of trainers?
I have been pretty true to I typically do most of my training in Asics,
Hmm.
um, and I race in Vaporflies. Um,
Nice.
I love them. I have them in five or six colors at this point. I have three fresh pairs that haven't been worn yet because
Yes.
I love the three, and I have heard mixed things about the four. So I'm like, I'm gonna stock up.
I know. I always do that. And then the next one comes out and I'm like, well, these look really cool.
Yeah,
I should still get them. Um side note, again, one of my favorite things that you have is like the mismatch colored ones. Are those vapors?
they are.
I remember you doing a poll on Instagram and I was like, okay, you have to wear those. Like it's like my
I
dream to
might
have mismatch shoes.
I might be doing another poll for New York this year. So
Okay, great. Yeah, I please do. I'll be looking forward to it. You know that.
of course, the other thing is stretching. I think actually warming up and actually
Mhm.
cooling down.
Like when you say warming up, do you mean like a little warm up run or you mean like actually
I mean, like
stretching, doing
some hip
like light work?
mobility, like
Mhm.
just hitting like ankles, knees, hips, spine. Um,
Mhm.
I, at my advanced age, feel like I
You're
can't,
so young. Stop.
but I feel like I can't just jump in anymore.
Mhm.
I have to do like even 2 minutes, like
Yeah.
just a little
Yeah.
bit hip flexors, and it has made a pretty big difference for me.
Yeah. I need to take that advice.
You're young.
Yeah, but how many more years do I have left of you can jump right in because I can't. I can't. I will feel like complete shit.
I think what
Um,
has been good is I've just like established like a 3 minute routine that I do the same every time. There's no like
mhm.
guesswork. I'm not like, oh, what should I do next? Like I do some squats, I do some lateral lunges, and just like dynamic, moving through it relatively quickly, just to
Mhm.
like get the joints loosened up.
No, that's smart. I got to take that advice. And but that's true. That's important though about the guesswork aspect. I feel like one of the reasons why I get so like unmotivated to do those things is because I'm just like, what am I going to do that's going to help right now? Which obviously I know. I'm kind of smart, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. But like there are things like the other day I was doing downward dog and I was just like pedaling out the legs and moving my ankles and I felt 10 times better on my run. I must have done it for like 45 seconds. And it could have been mind over matter, whatever people say, but like It helped.
Who knows? I mean,
Maybe I need like a no guesswork type routine. 2 minute routine.
okay, talk to me. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll
I've
get it
sent
going.
this to me after.
Maybe I'll post my just. It's literally like 6 moves.
Yeah, you should post it.
Okay, fine.
The people wanna see it, Brad.
Okay, fine.
The people being me.
I'm so glad you asked. Okay, I'll post it.
Yeah. Oh, thanks so much. And the poll about your shoes. I'm
Yes.
looking forward to those two things.
Yes.
Um, okay. And besides like what you touched on already, are there any like race day survival tips, especially for that long wait in the Start Village on Staten Island? Like what would you tell somebody else that's going to go through it?
Yeah, I think one thing that I maybe wouldn't have been prepared for was bringing stuff that you can throw out. Like
Hmm.
bringing layers, like go to Goodwill, go to Old Navy, pick up some cheap sweats, or just like go through your drawers and look for some stuff that you can toss. Because the weather, it could be super variable. It's November 3rd in New York
Hmm.
City. Um, I don't even want to talk about weather because like we've been
Yeah.
on an okay stretch for the last 2 years, but who knows?
Yeah.
The ground could be wet. So like I like to bring at the end when you finish, you get a like plastic coated poncho with fleece on the inside. So I
Hmm.
bring mine from last year. I end up leaving it there because I know I'm going to get a new one. It's the exact same each year, so I don't need four
Four.
bright
Yeah.
orange.
You don't? What do you mean?
Yeah,
I mean, they're so cute.
and my apartment's huge, so I have a lot of room
Yeah, like
to store those.
just rack them, stack them.
Yeah, so like I bring that as a nice. It's like the blanket. Um,
Hmm.
Bringing clothes you can donate, and then figuring out food.
Yes.
I think one of the big things is doing some of your longer last training runs around the start time of when you'll actually start the race because it is a little bit later. New York, don't quote me, but I think the first wave is maybe 9,
Hmm.
maybe. Am I
Yeah, I
lying?
think so. 9:05, something
Yeah.
around, but
So
not no earlier. So
with
it's not.
with the
Yeah.
waves, people could start as late as like 11:30. I think that's probably the last start. Um, but that's late. That's like you need to have a breakfast, a second decent sized snack. Like you got to practice what you're
Hmm.
putting in your belly and like what you're bringing.
Yeah. No, that's good advice. I feel like to add on that, like a if you want to use your poncho as a blanket, like I always bring a garbage bag to sit on. Because you're kind of slumming it. Like there's, you know, you can't really bring a seat on the bus, like a pop up seat. And if you do,
Right.
you're leaving it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they'll let you on with it. But and the food is huge. Always a second breakfast, even if you're
So
starting at 9 or nine oh
yep.
five, 9:15.
Another thing that I have started doing is buying a cheap battery pack
Yes.
to bring because either you cannot be on your phone all morning or you have to recharge it and you're out
Hmm.
sitting in the middle of a field. So like
Yeah.
just a little you can buy it on Amazon for like $20
Yeah.
or probably cheaper at this point. Just something that you don't care about, bring with you, have it charged, keep your all your stuff
Yep.
alive.
And just let it go. Because and the service kind of sucks because everybody's trying to like use their phone and be online at the same time, but the service just sucks because you're like sitting under the bridge basically.
Yeah, and there's 50,000 people trying to
Yeah, to use the
post on
same
Instagram.
yeah, of the Verrazano, the same picture.
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean for reference too for first timers or people that don't know, I mean you're getting there at like I don't know, I always go from the bus in Jersey from MetLife, so we have to get on the bus at 6:15. So like
yeah,
you're in Staten Island by 7. That's
yeah,
a long time to be waiting if you don't start until a few hours later.
yep.
So yeah, I think the battery pack is super, super smart too. That's a good point. I didn't even think about
Everyone
that.
was using mine last year.
See, you're such a good person, Brad. Giving up your battery.
I try. I try.
You know, I love it.
I think those are the big things, like bringing warmth, clothes, something dry to sit on, battery pack
Hmm.
for
Yeah.
Start Village stuff.
Yeah. I would say also toilet paper if you're starting a little later and like you get there later because sometimes they can run out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a porta potty person, but you know, you got to do what you got to do.
yeah, it's that's a reality. You have to
Yeah.
have that moment when you get there. It's just
Yeah, you just have to. And
like
if you
it's
don't, I'm sorry.
It's funny how like as runners we like get so comfortable talking about that.
Yeah. You could say it if you really
I
want to.
mean, I don't really want to.
Yeah. Okay, good. Then don't say it.
Um, but yeah,
No,
it's
that's
like
funny.
it's real.
It's so true. It's so true. It's so real. And you also have to remember, like, if you're getting a little embarrassed, everybody is thinking the same and everybody is going through the same thing and everybody is trying to do the same thing.
It's the
Um,
nerves.
yeah.
It's yeah.
The coffee, everything. Everything. Are you a caffeinated? Are you like a caffeine before the race kind of guy?
Yeah, but only my usual. Like I'm a
Same.
pretty strict like 1 cup a morning
Mhm.
before my runs and I like can't really do too much more than that. Oh, I guess this is the other thing. Don't do something weird on race day.
Yes.
Don't
Like,
be
when
like,
will
"Oh, I'm gonna
anybody
make
learn?
no, I'm not gonna have 2 pots of coffee." No, do the normal thing you always do. Don't
Yes.
shit yourself.
Yeah, do not shit yourself. Don't have too much coffee. And don't eat anything new. Don't eat
Yeah.
anything new.
I mean, it's like I feel like it's we say this 1 million times. Nothing new on race day.
Hmm.
Don't try your new shoes for the first time. Don't try your new shorts and realize that there's a seam that digs into you that makes you bleed. Like
Hmm.
just have a dry run, have a dress rehearsal in all of your
Yes.
things. Like try it out. Have tried all of your goos. Don't try a new gel for the first time on race day.
Yeah. That's like yeah. I could never. I could never. But yeah, do a dry
People
run.
people
That's a
do.
good point. I know. They're more brave than me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um no, that's really good advice. Do you have like a go-to gel that you use?
I have been pretty set on a combo of Morton's 100. So it's
Hmm.
the black one, black like little packet, and
Hmm.
I usually alternate with Huma, the apple cinnamon, just for like
Ooh.
some need of change. It's I don't love either,
Hmm. The
and
Martin.
when you're on your fourth, it's just like
I know, I know. I mean, I love the Martins because they're so good. Like, they work well for me.
yeah,
But like that, like, no flavory Jello flavor. I'm like,
jellyfish.
I know. Literally, it tastes like a jellyfish. It looks like a jellyfish.
And like the
um,
first ones go down fine, but then like when you're late in the race and it's just not the last thing you want. So that's why I've tried to like mix in the Huma for just like
yeah.
some variation.
Hmm. No, that's good advice. I haven't tried the Huma during a race, but I'll only try it during a long run,
Yeah, not on
and
race day.
then I'll use it during the race if it works. See, you know. Do you have a favorite part of the course that you still get excited for or nervous for?
Um, yeah. So my studio is on the Upper East Side at Orange Theory, and
Hmm.
so running up First Ave like
Yeah,
is the best. I'm
yeah,
like the mayor, like seeing everyone coming around, and like it's so fun.
yeah.
And I think that like members of the studio get so excited to be able to cheer for me.
That's really cute.
Because I get to cheer for them all the time. So like it's they show up. The studio usually has a cheering section
Oh,
in up in the 80s. And like First Ave is kind of like some rolling hills, and you're coming off of the Queensboro Bridge, so it's like a tough part. That's mile like 16 through 18 going up First
hmm,
Ave. So it's like you're in the thick of it, and
yeah.
it's a cool part.
I love that. How crazy is the turn off the Queensboro Bridge? Like every single year, it gets me. Every single year, I
You know, I
can't
heard
even
I heard them
describe it.
talk about it on a podcast about what it's like, what it feels like, and you can't really describe it. It's like
Hmm.
going from no sound on the bridge other than hearing everyone's footsteps, and
Hmm.
then you like wind down that weird exit ramp, and suddenly it's like, oh my god, the
Loud.
streets are lined, and it's like busier than it's been in most places. I mean, there are parts of Brooklyn that are pretty rowdy, but
Yeah.
it's
There
like
are
out,
patches like between there and Queensboro where it's like, okay, a
yeah.
little quieter.
But like there are like 4 rows deep of people up First Ave
Hmm.
on both sides of the road, and
It's
it's
crazy.
insane.
It's crazy. And I love that you can hear everybody's cheering by the time, like, maybe like a quarter mile left of the Queensboro. So you like are really, really getting
Hmm.
amped up. And then you come off that exit ramp and you're like, wow. I always have like a secondary moment of like, oh, this is not this is why I'm doing this, but like this is what makes New York City Marathon so cool and so special is like moments exactly like that.
For
It's just
sure.
one split second.
I also have to check myself a little bit because I often will be like, "Ah!"
Yeah, me too. And then I speed
on
up
first
and then
out, and
I
I'm like,
die.
and I see my pacing, and the problem is then I hit the Bronx, and I'm like dead
Yeah.
because it also starts
Every single time.
it starts to clear out, and by the time you're hitting mile 19 and 20, you're in the
Hmm.
Bronx. It's a little quieter, and ugh,
I know. You're in the Bronx for like 30 seconds though. And then it's Fifth Ave.
yeah.
Am I? Yeah. That's
If
always
if I
one that
had
makes me nervous.
if I had to say like underrated hardest part of the race, everyone says Queensboro Bridge, Fifth
Hmm.
Ave.
Yeah,
I think
100%. Without a
because I
doubt.
think people no one expects it to be as hard as it is, and if you go out and walk it on a normal day, you're like, is it a hill?
Yeah.
And then
When you're running.
on race day, you're like, this is fucking Everest.
Yeah, yeah. And
Sorry.
it just goes, oh my God, no, please, you can curse away. Every single time I have, like, when I picture that stretch of the marathon, it's just like you're looking and there's no end in sight. Like, you are just feeling it and it's a slow burn, and you're like, this is never going to end. I'm
Yeah.
dying here. I'm dying on Fifth Ave.
I have this awful picture that Rich took of me the first year I was doing it, and I look miserable. And like my feet are barely off the ground, and I'm just
Hmm.
like going through it.
Yep, yep. I have plenty of those. Especially like the only ones I like are the ones turning into Central Park because I'm just like, oh, it's over. It's over. It's
Yeah,
over. But then it's like I'm sad that it's over. It's a weird feeling.
it
I
is.
don't know.
It's a mental roller coaster. The whole experience, training, the whole
Yeah.
thing,
Hmm.
tapering, um,
The taper. Do you have like the
is a
taper
mind fuck. Oh, Rich,
scaries?
I'm the
Like,
worst. I am the worst in taper mode. Um,
what does Rich say about you?
I'm not fun, I think, to live with in those 2 weeks. Um, yeah, it's so weird when you're like suddenly not doing the thing you were doing a
Hmm.
lot of, and of course you're still
Yeah,
doing a few miles, but it's like it's a drastic change.
absolutely. And you know what kills me too during the taper is like, do you ever get phantom pains? Where
Everyone, you're like,
you're like, my knee is broken. Like I'll just be like, I'm like, there's something wrong with me. I'm
my
not gonna be able
hip,
to
yeah,
race. Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, I'm like, my eye, get me out of here. I can't see. Like
yeah,
I'll just start making shit up because in my head I'm like having all these crazy phantom pains during the taper.
yep. And
That's
it's a
when
good
I get
reminder for everyone too, like for everyone who hasn't gone through a taper yet, like you're fine,
yeah, yeah, you are absolutely fine.
you're
I
fine.
remember like when I signed up to do Chicago a few years ago, I did one of my shakeout runs on the treadmill and I had this like crazy knee pain. And I showed up in Chicago, like I was shitting myself. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to run. I'm like, we flew all the way here. I paid $800 to stay one night in the hotel and it's over. I was like, it's done. I was
Yeah,
being so dramatic during
and
the
you were
taper
fine.
and I was fine.
Yeah,
I was fine. And it was my fastest one ever. See, so it's like, you're gonna have those pains. You're gonna have those
it's your brain
thoughts.
just being weird. Your body's weird.
Yeah, your body's like, why are you even doing this in the first place? Like we always have to. I always have to remind myself that it's like we're not really meant to do all these things back to back. So it's kind of freaking out a little bit,
Yeah,
but it's fine. Your
yeah,
body will be fine. Is there a borough of the race that feels most electric or meaningful to you?
yeah. It's got to be Manhattan. I mean, I live in Manhattan. Yeah, it's without a doubt.
Love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say for me too. I think this is an unpopular opinion, but I really like the Verrazano.
Oh, me
Like I
too.
think everybody's afraid of it, but I don't know, maybe I just get super excited at the start line and it doesn't really feel like an incline. People are
It's
going to take me down for this, but it doesn't really feel that bad.
no. I mean, it's mile one. You're okay.
Yeah, like you're fine.
It's just also so I don't really like the word epic because people
Yeah.
overuse it, but like when you see just the huge like supports like going up the bridge, it's insane, and you don't
Yeah.
get no one else gets to walk or run on that bridge. Like it's a pretty cool thing that we
Right.
get to do. There is no running path on it, I don't think,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-mm. I think
No,
it's the
like
only
it's
time it's closed.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a cool thing to get to do, and then like the
Yeah.
view you get of the city too.
Yeah. Two
Thinking like
spots during the whole
I
marathon,
have
that
to
one.
run all the way there.
Yeah. It's actually absurd when you think about it. It's crazy. Yeah,
I've
those
gotten
two.
lucky. I've been on the top level both years. I've never been on the bottom
Same.
of it.
Me either. But I do feel like people actually like like the bottom. Like some people, other than if it's freezing cold, I think I can understand it being like a wind tunnel.
Be
But I think
sheltered
people actually like the bottom because if it's hot, there's a lot of shade. So I feel like there's a good and bad to everything on
for
that
sure.
front.
Yeah.
Um, do you uh, do you like find that it's like if you're going for a PR, you're going for it like during this race or a race, like do you find it hard to balance the crowd and the excitement with like locking into your goals, or do you kind of use it to like feed off that?
It's interesting. Um,
Hmm.
so last year I ran two marathons in the fall. So I ran
Hmm.
Chicago as my A race. I ran New York as a, I'm not gonna say party because I like it started out as like this is so fun, and then by the end it's still a marathon.
Yeah,
Uh, it's still hard.
still 26
Um,
miles. Yeah.
yeah, I think even in my A race in Chicago, I at times lost focus just because you're like a squirrel. Like there's
Hmm.
so much to
Hmm.
see, and I would look down at my watch and be like, "What am I doing? I'm so far off pace right now." For whatever reason, in Tokyo, I was super dialed in and focused. So
Hmm.
I have felt the full swing of it. Even in,
Hmm.
I mean, in Tokyo, I was still looking around, but
Which is funny because it's literally a different country.
yeah,
So
right.
like I feel like you'd be looking around like all the time, but
Um, but yeah, so it's a balance.
yeah,
I do I wear headphones during it, but there are points in New York that I definitely turn the music off because it's
same.
like sensory overload sometimes,
Hmm.
and like
Hmm.
you don't need the music when you have all that crowd support.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like I do that in Brooklyn, like when you're like going into Queens, kind of when
Yep,
you're in Brooklyn and the people just start to cave in on you, and you're like literally running through a tunnel of screams, and then you end up in Queens. Like
yep,
I always turn my headphones off for that,
yeah.
and usually when I'm on the Queensboro, I
You
don't
turn them
turn them
off.
off, but like I'll move them down. Yeah, I love
Wow,
hearing. I love hearing people's footsteps.
you are a serial killer. What?
Yeah, I am.
What?
Yes. Thank you for exposing me. No, I'm
Wow.
just kidding. Yeah, I
That's
think
the point
it's
of the race that I like need them. I like could tell
it's
you the
hard.
song that has been on both years when I've been on the bridge.
Wow. Okay, what were you
Like
listening to on the bridge? Now we need to know.
oh, it's embarrassing.
Nothing is embarrassing.
Three Doors Down, Kryptonite.
Okay, that's so good. Not you covering your face. That's so good. I love
um,
it.
but yeah, and it like says it's like sticks with me.
Yeah.
I actually I couldn't tell you what was 2 years ago, but that one definitely last year.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like I like hearing I hate hearing myself breathe, so, like, that part kinda sucks, but, like, I love hearing people's footsteps. I also feel like it's the only well, I mean, I know it's the only part of the marathon that's quiet besides
Yeah,
footsteps. Like,
yeah, for sure.
nobody is screaming, nobody is, like, cheer and it's amazing, this isn't, like, a negative, but it's, like, nobody is in your face screaming and cheering, so it's just, like, you running, and you look to your left and you look to your right, and you have this insane view, and it I don't know, it just gives me chills every time I
All
think about
right.
it,
Okay.
you know?
I see that. I see
So,
something to that.
yeah, maybe just, like, slide one off or, like, take one out,
Yeah.
you know?
What do you listen? Do you listen to pop or do you listen to like EDM or rock?
Oh my god, I used to be, like, strictly pop punk,
Yeah.
and then 'cause, like, the angst, I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm gonna run through a wall," and then, now it's, like, a mix of pop and rock.
Okay.
I do pop punk still, like, I just usually make a playlist. I try to
Cool.
start out as, like, a little more even keeled so I don't go overboard,
Okay.
and then I go into, like, the crazy
So your playlist is in order. Like you, it's not on
yes.
shuffle. Like okay.
And I know like I do that because then I know where I want to be on the course when a song plays. Not that I can predict that like obviously to a T, but like for halves and stuff, it's a lot easier.
Totally.
Because around like the whatever 130 mark, like I'll play Skater Boy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, like I need to start going now because if I
Yep.
don't hit my goal, I'm gonna freak out.
It's like that's
Um,
pain cave time. Like you, let's
yeah,
go.
yeah, like you got to lock in.
Okay.
So yeah, what about you? Other than Three
Mine
Doors
is
Down?
Mine
It's
is
so
like
good.
mine is not much pop. It's like tends to be like heavy EDM
Hmm.
slash rock, like slash a lot of like '90s rock.
Okay, I love that. That's so cool. I
Yeah,
like running to EDM too. EDM's fun. I just don't feel like I'm in that scene enough to know what's good and
yeah,
what's not. So I might
yeah.
need you to share some of your
I've got like
favorites.
a 8 hour songs to run to playlist, and that's generally what I use. I also
Love
think
that.
I might do. I've got a
And you
few friends who
shuffle.
have done, yeah, and I shuffle,
Okay.
and I'm
Okay.
I'm quick on the skip. I'm like, nope, not now.
Love it. Love it.
I have got a few friends who have done fundraisers for their marathon charities where they say donate $1 to my charity, and you can choose a song to go on my playlist.
Oh,
Um,
that's fun.
which is a fun experiment idea. I may do something like that because I'm charity fundraising for London.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I think you should do that. I'll donate a lot of dollars.
as long as you do not put Taylor on my playlist.
I would never do that to you. I know better. I know how to be exiled from the Brad and Rich household.
The thing is, though, I'm too public about it. I'm gonna end up with hours of Taylor.
I know. I know. You can't. It's for anybody listening, keep it a secret, please. Um, I love it. Do you have a pre-race ritual, or do you have any like lucky items that you run with?
I don't really.
Oh, okay.
No. Last few races I've been trying. I don't. Sometimes pasta settles really heavy in my stomach, so I
Mhm.
don't typically have do like the pasta dinner. I tend more towards like a rice.
Mhm.
And that came out of necessity because Tokyo.
Yeah.
And I have found that I like that. So I like a rice heavy meal usually. I've been doing like Mediterranean the night
Ooh,
before. So
interesting. I've
that
never
has
tried that.
been, I guess, one of my like biggest traditions, if you could say.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And what's your ideal post marathon celebration?
I love being with people who also ran it, just to
Yeah.
like get to celebrate together. And I usually want a beer.
Yeah.
I'm like not a big beer drinker, but like there's something about post marathon beer that just hits so right.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's a popular one. Everybody says beer.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I give me ice cream and people that ran and people that were there to hang out and cheer. And
Yeah.
because I love a post race debrief
Yeah.
where you're just like
Like,
sitting on the couch, you're rotting, you're
yeah.
eating whatever you want, and you're like, oh, I felt this at this mile. Oh, I felt this. And then you like things just start coming back to you, you
And then
know?
they show you the pictures of you, like, and you're like, what was happening there?
Yeah. Yeah. And you're like,
Oh,
don't ever show anybody that ever again.
but my butt looked good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll post it. Maybe I can crop half my face out, but leave my butt in. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, two more questions here to wrap up. When you look back on this year's race, what do you hope stands out most in your memory?
So I am running it with one of my best friends flying in from Cincinnati.
Oh,
We have entered the majors, the lotteries, like probably 8 or 9 times together over the last few years, and she has never gotten one until this year. So
oh,
super excited to run with Katie. She has been like dabbling in the ultra world. She's coming off of the last 2 years running as part of a crew for Badwater. She's insane.
so cool. That's a
Um,
dream.
it's
Oh,
it's insane. So I'm really excited to run with her. And hopefully run with my friend Lee. Last year we ran the whole 26.2 together. So hoping we have a little
wow.
three-way group where I think we're all like aiming for a similar finish time. So uh, things go right. It's really hard to stay together through the whole time,
Yeah.
but like we
Yeah, I
managed it
bet.
last year. So
You're a pro. Now
yeah,
you're a pro.
yeah.
See? You'll be fine. Okay, lastly, what advice would you give someone running New York City Marathon for the first time? Other
I
than what
like
we've mentioned. I feel like we mentioned everything.
yeah. No, I mean I just like get emotional thinking about it because I just want people to enjoy like every second of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
The like don't dread the transport there. Try not to get anxious.
Mhm.
Um, like relish in that everyone is going through the same thing. Everyone's a little on edge. Be
Mhm.
patient. there in the past have been like fights that have happened. Like
Why
it's
are you
don't
fighting?
don't. It's like you'll get there.
Mhm.
Just like have the best day. Know know where your friends are. Like
Yes.
have spots set up. Are you on runner's left or runner's right? Have cross streets set up. If you have friends coming in from out of town who don't know how to navigate, draw them up a plan. If they're going
Hmm.
to try to see you multiple times, Rich has been really good at seeing me uh, in Brooklyn, usually around like mile 7,
Hmm.
then going to Upper East Side, seeing me on First Ave, seeing me on Fifth Ave. So like New York, you can get a few spots in,
Yeah.
but plan it out.
Yeah. No, that's great advice. I love that. I can't wait to see you crush it this year. I'm so excited. I'm so
Thank
excited to
you.
watch you. I'm excited to cheer. I'm excited for you to cross the finish line and have the biggest smile on your face because I know that's what you're going to do. Um,
Yes.
this has been the best time. Brad, thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Thank
Yes,
you.
Allie, thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Oh my God, of course. Anytime we're going to have to do a debrief. So you better come back, maybe we'll do a little London debrief.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna do it.
Yes.
No, thank you again. This has been the best. I appreciate you so much, and I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I say this every time, but that was the best time recording with Brad. Huge thanks again to Brad for coming on the pod. He's a huge inspiration to me, and I love that he shared all of his New York City Marathon wisdom with you guys. As always, if you enjoyed this track and you're enjoying this series, follow along on Instagram for more at @the_Allie G show. And follow along with Brad too, because he's awesome. I will link his socials in the show notes. Thanks again for listening.